Back in the day, there was hardly any communication between teachers and students. If you needed a teacher, you had to wait until class to ask them a question. Nowadays, teachers have endless tools to communicate with students, such as telephones, emails, teacher web pages, etc. With the increase in the use of social media by students, teachers have started to take part in social networking sites, as well as serving as an educational tool. Now you tell me, is the use of social media by teachers beneficial? And does it make the teacher more approachable? Let's take a look at some scenarios. Here we have scenario A. A student is on spring break and has a question on his paper which is due first thing back from break. The student needs to know the answer in order to start his paper. The student does not have the teacher's phone number and only has the school email, which the teacher only uses at school. The student realizes the teacher has a Twitter where he can direct message the teacher and ask his question. The student does indeed direct message the teacher, and the teacher responds within the hour. The student got the paper done and got an A. This scenario shows a way that teachers having social media accounts is very beneficial to communication between the teacher and the student. Now let's take a look at scenario B. A student was scrolling through Twitter and found one of her teachers and decided to follow them, not thinking they would follow her back. The teacher followed the student back and every couple of days would comment on a photo of them or a status they posted or anything that came up on his page. At first the student was happy the teacher was actually paying attention to him, but then it became obsessive. The teacher was messaging the student asking if they needed any help on homework, and if so, the teacher would be more than happy to tutor her, and maybe the two could even meet for dinner. At this point, the student responded saying she was busy, and hoped the teacher would just let it go. However, the teacher continued to obsess over her. The student finally went to her parents, who then went to the school for help dealing with this issue. The school investigated it and found some surprising news. On the teacher's cell phone were tons of different students he was trying to contact and go out to dinner with. The teacher was arrested and fired. Scenario B shows a way where teachers having social media accounts are not beneficial in teaching and can actually be extremely harmful. In fact, statistics say that 10% of students suffer from sexual abuse in school at some point in their lives. Check out this video.
Nasty or nice?
High school drama teacher pleads not guilty. A few weeks ago, we brought you the story of Stephanie McRae, a popular drama and English teacher from Vancouver, Washington's Evergreen High School, who was arrested on January 27th for having sex at her home and at school with a 15-year-old student. Yesterday, she appeared in court for her arraignment, where she pled not guilty to 4 counts of third-degree child rape, amongst other charges. The alleged affair started sometime before December of 2014, with McRae allegedly sharing kisses with the victim multiple times in her office. They allegedly then went on to have sex at McRae's home and on campus several times, just before and during the Christmas vacation break, including when she gained permission from the boy's parents to take him and some other students to a movie. When school officials caught wind of the illicit goings-on, they suspended her from her job. But she and the victim still communicated using fake Facebook accounts, with McRae allegedly manipulating the victim by threatening to kill herself. Other documents state McRae separated from her husband about a month ago and attempted suicide 2 weeks ago. She began to suffer from mental health issues following a 2012 car accident. McRae is currently out on $40,000 bail with strict restrictions on her activities. The case goes to trial in May.
Macy and I did some primary research to see what students and teachers thought about whether social media should be required in the classroom and whether it makes teachers more approachable. What do you think? Here we have the questions that we interviewed teachers with. Do you have any type of social media? Teacher A responded yes. They have a Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Teacher B responded no. Is this social media profile used for personal or academic posts? Teacher A responded both. I have separate profiles for personal use and classroom. Teacher B obviously responded no. Are you friends with your students on your social media profiles? Teacher A. She does not follow current students on her personal profiles, and on her academic profiles she does not follow anyone. Instead, she just posts. Teacher B again obviously responds no. Do you find social media to be a beneficial tool with teaching? Teacher A responded yes. Teacher B can see how it's beneficial for other teachers, but for them, they're not tech savvy and would not want to add a burden. Should social media be required in the classroom? It's the big question of the day. Teacher A responded it should not be required because with the helpfulness, social media has hurt the teaching profession when used inappropriately. Teacher B responded no. Teaching old school without technology still has its benefits for some teachers, like Teacher B. Now these are the questions that we interviewed the students with. Do you have any type of social media? Student A responded yes, a Twitter and Instagram. Student B responded yes, just Instagram. Do you follow any of your teachers on social media? Student A responded yes. I follow 5 of my teachers on Twitter, but none on Instagram. Student B responded yes. I follow 2 teachers on Instagram. Do you interact a lot with your teachers through social media? Student A responded, not really. I read their tweets, but do not communicate with them. And Student B likes their pictures, but they never like theirs. Do you feel you stay on top of your schoolwork with the help of teachers' posts? Student A responded yes. A teacher used Twitter to tweet about updates for post-prom, which was definitely good. Student B responded Instagram is just pictures, so it really does not benefit me in any way. Should social media be required in the classroom? Student A responded no. I do not want to have to follow all of my teachers and have them posting stuff all the time, and I totally agree with that. Student B responded no. Instagram does not provide a good tool and not all students have social media accounts. True as well. If you take a look at the data, you notice that of all the people being interviewed, they did not think the use of social media should be required in the classroom. The data also shows that all the teachers and students interviewed kept it professional and never crossed the line when coming to student-teacher relationships. So, here's the question. Are teachers more approachable with the use of social media? Let's find out. Teachers can use social media sites, such as Facebook, to make a page that students can use to help with certain lessons or to better understand the topics that is being taught. Below is a quote exactly written from Hallstrom Academy. Not only can students collaborate easily on a project, but teachers are more accessible. Students who are shy about asking questions in class may be more willing to ask questions directly using messaging. Students also feel better about discussing more serious matters with teachers over social media rather than in person. It's much easier to explain a problem occurring through messages than being embarrassed to say anything in person. Here's another video.
For Mashable, I'm Lauren Goris. The line between classroom communication and social media interaction is often contested, but on Tuesday, New York City's Education Department drew the line. Here's what they said. If a particular type of behavior is inappropriate in the classroom or professional workplace, then that behavior is also inappropriate on the professional social media site. That comes from the report, which essentially limits teacher-student online interaction to professional pages only. That means if a page is set up for the school and approved by the school, that's okay. But a teacher cannot interact with a student using a personal account on Facebook, Twitter, or any other social site. That doesn't mean teachers aren't allowed to use Facebook. They can still operate personal accounts so long as they aren't friends with students. But Michael Mulgrew, president of the United Federation of Teachers, tells the New York Times he's worried the strict rules will make some teachers sign off altogether. The DOE is basically telling the people who have gone above and beyond to make education more interactive, hey, if you want to do it, you do it at your own peril. But now that several DOE employees have been arrested on sexual assault charges, the Wall Street Journal reports the department favors the ban. But it's not just about the higher-ups. A reporter for All Things Digital says,
students, especially high school age students, they need a free place to talk about school without the teachers looking at.
For Mashable, I'm Lauren Goris.
This video shows how the New York City School District is handling the increase in the use of social media. They're afraid, however, that the restrictions being placed will make teachers scared to even use social media, which can be very beneficial. Overall, social media has its benefits when teachers use it correctly. It helps teachers become more accessible to students, and it makes students feel more comfortable coming to teachers with questions. It can also be harmful, though, when teachers cross the line. Teachers can cross the line and make the student-teacher relationship on a personal level, which can make the student feel extremely uncomfortable and become so bad that the student will not trust the teachers. Social media should not be required to use in classrooms, but it is a resource that teachers are able to take advantage of, so it should not be banned. It does make teachers more approachable, which can help the students exceed. Thanks for watching!